Okay. Upstairs.
Yoo-hoo! Dr. Fred?
I don't think there's anything I can do. Nope, I didn't mean to do that. There's nothing I can really do at the moment. I haven't got any new items, so we'll go straight upstairs.
The plans! The plans!
Ooh, unlock some concept art. Oh, we'll do this now. That's one. Oh, newspaper. A rash of cow tipping baffles police. The triangular man spotted at a scene. It's the cow from earlier, obviously.
That buzzing fluorescent light makes the beef jerky look especially attractive.
It's useless.
That was really disturbing when he shot himself, and then the stick goes right through his brain, which would be fatal. Very disturbing.
It's true, they would never...
But then he's got a depressed sigh afterwards. So, you know, he's fine, even though he's still suicidal.
You notice the nice pink box, you know, the Chinese pink box that you get in Chinatown.
Is that for
That's
like
right
almond
there.
cookies? He's got like a little section of... How sad can he be? I just thought that was donuts.
Well, it's true about that theme, the suicide theme, or cigarettes for another matter. I think we used to have characters sometimes lighten up and stuff.
There was no ASRB when we made this.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually. They could... They've probably been sort of told off for putting in suicidal people. Okay.
Green!
Bernard!
What are you doing up here?
Well, I couldn't stop Purple, and he's gonna go out and conquer the world, and I'm afraid of what he'll do if he catches me, if Dr. Fred doesn't find me first. Does that answer your question?
Yeah. Hey!
What's up, Bernard?
Okay.
You haven't seen Dr. Fred's plans for a super battery around, have you?
No, just these world domination plans of Purple's. Any of Fred's plans would probably be in his office or the lab.
What do you suppose Purple's up to now?
Well, he wants to take over the world, so I figure he's up to something devious.
Pushing old ladies down the stairs? Could be. Designing a miniaturization ray? Nah, he wouldn't be doing something like that now, would he? Conducting cryogenic experiments on small animals. It's worth actually saying the number 1 and number 3 are things that you end up doing. Number 2 is actually the truth.
Designing a miniaturization ray?
I wouldn't doubt it, but I was
forgot about
thinking
that.
more along the lines of politics.
Ugh, politics.
Want to help me save the world?
I'm afraid to leave the room. In fact, I don't think I can even move from this spot.
In other words,
Scares the daylights out of me.
they didn't put give the actor the ability to move.
How's your new band doing?
Green tea and the sushi platter? We're doing great. We've decided to really capitalize on our strongest quality as a band.
Intoxicating 3-part vocal harmony, provocative lyrical content, carefully crafted melody and distinctive counterpoint. Really? Which quality is that? Go on.
Really? Which quality is that?
Volume, man, volume. We have a chance to win a Grimy Award as the loudest new band. We're pulling out all the stops.
Weren't you looking for a new guitarist a while back?
Yes, but we decided to go with a guy who plays power tools instead. We can generate a lot more sound that way.
Are you working on an album?
Yeah, we're doing a CD called Rap on the Forehead.
CDs? Have 90s of
Through
you.
the stereo if you want to hear them.
Have you gotten any airplay?
No, we're a little too experimental for most radio stations. but we have a huge following in the club scene.
That's great.
Yeah.
Why the litter box? Have you got a cat?
Don't ask.
How does a tentacle sit in a beanbag chair?
Oh, that part's easy. Getting back out of it is hard.
I think everyone has that problem.
Can you actually use that bowling ball?
No, Purple brought that in here after he grew arms. He got really discouraged, though, because he doesn't have fingers.
Well, see you later, Green.
Yeah! Good luck in saving the world, B-Man.
Right, I'll take the videotape. Again, very 90s. Who's it?
Wow, this is loud.
Meanwhile, downstairs. Now, this took me a little while to figure out. You think, how do I get that thing off the ceiling? Well, you have to push the speaker.
Whew.
No, you can't actually take the bowling ball.
It looks too heavy for me to pick up.
At least, not yet. Aha! Now, if I would actually talk to this guy, I actually will talk to him because...
I don't understand what was wrong with exploding catnip.
Hi, my name's Bernard. What's yours?
Dwayne, isn't that depressing?
You haven't seen any plans for a super battery around, have you?
Super battery? That sounds even worse than the things I come up with.
Gee, you look depressed.
What clued you in, Brainiac?
The glassy look in your eyes, the stooped shoulders and long face. The gun was a good tip-off.
The gun was a good tip-off.
I'm having a crisis here, a warehouse of anguish. I'm a novelty goods designer by trade. I've come up with some fabulous ideas. The exploding lollipop, itching powder gum, and reverse 3D glasses, to name a few. The problem is, no one likes my designs. I send them all over the world and no one responds. I just wish someone would say they liked one just once. Oh, woe is me.
I like your design ideas.
Well, I didn't mean you.
Fine.
Nice music they pipe in here, huh?
It's from the Elevator Classics series. It seems like this one tune has been on all day. I've never been so depressed in my life.
Maybe I can help cheer you up.
Oh, I can hardly wait.
Why don't you try whistling a happy tune? It becomes some calisthenics. Let's discuss philosophy.
Let's discuss philosophy.
Okay, here's my philosophy. Life is completely pointless, especially mine.
Nietzsche had some interesting ideas along those lines.
Oh, who cares? Philosophers are all failures like me who couldn't make it in a real profession.
Okay.
Never mind. Now, where did Dr. Fred go?
Sort of Elvis?
It's signed, Edna, thanks for giving me the fever. Excuse me.
What is it? I'm rather... Say, aren't you Bernard Bernoulli?
And you're very ugly. No, my name is Threepwood. Guybrush Threepwood. Mighty Pirate.
No, my name is Threepwood.
Nice try, but I never forget a face. You broke into our mansion a few years ago to save your little friend. When did you come for this time?
I'm trying to keep a tentacle from conquering the world.
Really? How nice.
How nice.
How's Dr. Fred doing?
Well, he's still upset about the family financial situation, seeing that it's his fault and all. But he seems a lot better now that he stopped sleepwalking.
How did he stop sleepwalking?
How did he wreck the family
Well,
finances?
first things first.
Well, we should have made millions on the computer game they made about us. But the resident genius locked the contract in the safe in his office and forgot the combination.
What's wrong with sleepwalking?
Ordinarily nothing. But when Fred sleepwalks, he remembers the combination to the safe. I'd find him in the office, opening it, screaming like a cat in the oven, and slamming it again. Something about what's in there really scares him. Unfortunately, I was never able to catch the combination since he works it so fast.
We need to do that later.
How did he manage to stop sleepwalking?
He stopped sleeping. Fred drinks a lot of coffee. Me, I only drink decaf.
You haven't seen any plans for a super battery around, have you?
Super battery, huh? Fred might have something like that.
Fred is the one who told me to find them.
Oh,
I was just admiring your statue.
thank you. It's been in the Edison family since colonial times. One of Fred's ancestors carved it.
So, roughly 200 years ago when this game was made?
This is quite an array of gadgetry you have here.
Yes, it's the best surveillance system in the state.
Is that a Plexus 7000 VCR?
It sure is. It's got a dual-tape speed motor with cobalt casing. Don't touch it.
Are those xenophobe crystal matrix monitors?
They sure are. They're so clear you can see the fleas on the bedroom walls. Don't touch.
Well, you can now, and it's an HD. I'll let it get
I'll let you
better.
get back to what you were doing.
Come back anytime, you big hunk.
Ugh, that laugh always sends you down my spine.
Hey, aren't you Weird Ed Edison, the paramilitary nut?
Why, yes, Hey, do I know you?
Yeah, I'm Bernard Bernoulli. I broke into your house 5 years ago, kidnapped your hamster, broke into your piggy bank.
Nope, doesn't ring a bell, but I can't remember much about that period anyway. My psychotherapist thinks something traumatic happened to me back then that I'm blocking out.
I remember when I was trying to figure out and come up with the style, you know, it was back in those days we didn't really have Google internet search stuff. So, you know, all we had were 2 books that I studied from, and that was a Bugs Bunny book, compilation kind of thing, and Chuck-a-Muck, which was Chuck Jones's bio book. And I remember to do research we had to use VHS tapes. And we watched all those classic Saturday morning cartoon stuff, and we would pause and look at, or for me, I was studying looking at those old cartoons, and except when you pause on a VHS, you always get the line.
Tracking.
Oh, it was awful.
Yeah.
But that was how I was studying and trying to come up with, you know, shapes and just study layout. And then, yeah, it worked out.
So you gave up the crazy military commando thing?
I'm much better now. I don't have those bad thoughts anymore. Now I collect stamps.
That's quite a nice collection. Can I have it?
No, no. They mean a lot to me. Sometimes I think they're the only friends I've got.
Nice hamster. Does he do tricks?
No, he just sits there. I used to have a really smart hamster, but something happened to him.
We stuck him in the microwave, if you were allowed to do it in the game.
What happened to the old hamster?
I don't remember. When I try, all I can think of is a flash of light and this horrible sound.
What was the horrible sound?
It was sort of like ding. Oh God, I hear it in my dreams till this day.
Okay, if you don't know what that means, in the old Maniac Mansion game, you could basically get the hamster, and you stick it in the microwave and make it explode. And then you come along, you could wait till he came along, open up the microwave, and see the hamster. Now, this was actually important to know in a sense because the game Maniac Mansion was released on Nintendo, the NES, but Nintendo didn't know about this until they actually found out later on. So they actually had to get LucasArts to change the game so you couldn't do it on that one because Nintendo's policy was you couldn't do hurt animals.
That hamster really should get some exercise.
Check it out. Search for it. You'll see what I mean.
Dad puts him to work down in the basement sometimes. But then he starts sweating, and then he gets wet, and then he gets cold, and then he refuses to work.
Your dad or the hamster?
Are you making fun of me?
No,
I get upset when people make fun of me.
I just meant...
Oh, it makes me so mad.
Oh.
I just want to...
Relax.
I want to relax. I'll be okay if I just focus on my stamps.
Are all your hobbies this fascinating?
I don't have any other hobbies. These stamps are my whole life. If anything were ever to happen to them...
Guess what we're about to do?
How are the folks?
Well, Dad's in the basement doing an experiment. Mom's in the next room spying on a honeymoon. Ted's in the front yard.
Holding up a bowl of lard?
Well, it's a birdland actually, but it rhymes better your way.
Well, hope I didn't get you too excited. Bye.
Peace be with you.
Now, the Easter egg in Day of the Tentacle was if you use the computer in the background, you get to play the old Maniac Mansion, the original and classic. Apparently, this is still the case, but it's still the old. And if we just... There you go, so you can actually...
Jeepers!
Yeah. You're coming with me, hamster. Now, just look at it.
Neat!
Disappearing ink.
Hey, wanna see a neat trick?
Sure.
Let's see this in its HD glory.
Neat, huh?
My Pony Express stamps. You ruined my Pony Express stamps, not to mention 5 years of therapy. Get out of my room.
Jeez, what a grump. He should really try to find some outlet for those... negative feelings.
Now, you don't have to actually give it back. I'm going to because I'm kind.
Get out of here.
I remember when I was...
Oh, the same commentary on it then.
Hey, you fixed it. I guess I can forgive you now.
Sometimes I do stupid stuff and I don't even know why. As if my body were being controlled by some demented, sadistic puppet master.
Well, we all feel that way sometimes.
I am the puppet master. No, sorry. Oh, have the news story. The Fufu Diamond has been stolen. Circular pins left behind. Right. Oops. Ugh. This room pretty much serves no purpose whatsoever until later. Now this might seem a bit ridiculous to you guys, but I need that. Nice. Alright. Be a bit of kleptomaniac, as you have to be in these games. Take everything! If it's not nailed down, and you can highlight it. That's what I was going to say. Yeah. What was that thing about? Yeah, controls. No, never mind. Yeah, okay.
So Peter, one of the characteristics of this art is the exaggeration and the curved lines, like the door is curved,
totally.
and when things are really exaggerated and cartoony and they're curved as opposed to normally you would see them straight lines and things. Where did you get that? What do you remember how you developed that? Because that's a real one of the signatures, I think, of.
Yeah, I mean that's just part of the visual language that I was trying to.
Oops. Shit.
So Peter, one of the characteristics of this art is the exaggeration and the curved lines, like the door is curved,
totally.
and when things are really exaggerated and cartoony and they're curved as opposed to normally you would see them straight lines and things. Where did you get that? What do you remember how you developed that? Because that's a real one of the signatures, I think, of.
Yeah, I mean that's just part of the visual language that I was trying to use, you know, and you're right. That was the goal, was to balance the two, and also, you know, I was trying to simplify, and the inspiration came from Chuck Jones's layout artist, Maurice Noble. So Maurice Noble, you know, if you watched his classic cartoons, designs on, you know, Duck Dodgers and What's Opera Doc, you know, you can kind of see that he totally exaggerated and made those beautiful graphic shapes. So that's what I was trying to do, is incorporate some of that into this game.
It makes the environments seem bigger maybe than they would otherwise. They kind of stretch like
there's kind of a
it
fisheye
stretches
effect.
up, a fisheye effect almost up towards the ceiling, and it just seems more expansive, draws you in.
Oh, good.
Now, just a minute, you see that sign. You never actually could read what it actually said. So they've actually added, you know, for sale cats, 4 legs, 2 eyes, 1 head. Right. No, I need to open the grate. Just for the whole hell of it.
I hate that clown.
Hey, boy, you missed the party.
You and the clown were having a party?
No, last night. At the Novelty Goods Salesmen's Convention. I tell you, we novelty goods salesmen know how to have a good time.
Right, I have to split the party here, guys, because someone's woken up.